Hello, my name is Charles. It's Friday, the something of March, I don't know, the 7th or 8th. Just got back from a guided walking tour of Eindhoven organized by the Expat Center, the Hub. Very kind of nice old man walked us around the city, showed us some sights, told us where's a good place to eat, where's a not good place to eat, a little bit of history of the city, how the place was basically leveled in World War II, with a lot of bombing by the Allies even, to try and prevent production of various electronics related to the war for the Germans. So the the city basically had to build itself from the ground up again, and it kind of went through a sort of technological revolution at the time, I guess, because they had to build stuff anyway. So they were looking to the future and just put down the infrastructure that they needed to start becoming, how can I say it, like a superpower in terms of industrialization and technology. And this also was the first complete work week that I've had. It's been enjoyable, mostly good. I'm most basically doing a lot of online training now. ASML has it's a whole kind of library of training that you can register for, and then you watch a movie about something or read some text about some procedure or something, and quite a bit of the training you have to do as a prerequisite for accessing certain software, or maybe getting clean room access. I'm busy going through the training I need to do to be able to go into the clean rooms at the moment. I will need some access there to work on the machines. As a controls engineer. So my official job title is controls engineer. I'm working with the team for the calibration, performance, and diagnostics of the high power seed module. It's basically the laser system that starts off the whole process. It's what we call a seed laser. Generates the initial kind of laser pulse, which then gets amplified by the subsequent stages of the system and goes off down the line and becomes someone else's problem. So I'll probably be quite involved on the software side of things. I'll of course need to know a bit about the how the software talks to all the pieces of hardware that we have, get it to turn on and off at the right time, make sure it's working properly, make sure things are performing up to spec, and make sure that we are able to then fix them properly if they're not performing properly. What else did I want to say? There's one of the gentlemen, there was a reporter from Licht op Eindhoven. It's a bi-monthly publication about just, I guess, stuff going on in Eindhoven. And the gentleman gave me his card. Licht op Eindhoven, Fred van Dierzen. I sent him an email. He said he might be interested to interview me a little bit because he doesn't get a lot of expats from as far south as we are. So I might talk to him. And I got a little taking aside earlier today. I had my first group meeting yesterday. In the laser light generation group, and of course people were presenting different things, and one of the presenters was saying they want us to connect with the recruiters, ASML's recruiters on LinkedIn. So they had a slide up of the 3 recruiters and their pictures and their LinkedIn. So of course I got my phone and took a photo quickly so I could have it later to just remember their LinkedIn address. And then my group lead today, we had there's a standard kind of catch-up meeting that we have, probably once a week or once every 2 weeks, I guess it will be now. And she was like, yeah, so maybe don't take photos of things here, just for confidentiality. People get a bit nervous when people whip out phones and start taking photos and videos of things, because you might catch something that's highly confidential, and then we don't have control over where it goes and who sees it. Even things like documents, if you have to print out a document for some reason, you need to read it or something, or I don't know, it's a design that you need to scrutinize or something, then we have on every floor, almost every group has their own paper shredder that you have to destroy these documents in. You're not allowed to take them home or throw them away at home. I think, well, okay, you can take some home sometimes, but you definitely can't throw them away at home. You have to destroy them on the premises. Yeah, so I guess there won't be a lot of footage of what I'm actually doing at my job. I'll try and link a few YouTube videos. ASML does have their own YouTube channel, and they release some pretty things from time to time. Yeah, if I'm still here in a year from now, I'll be applying for an L visa for the USA, which will enable me to liaise with the ASML team in San Diego, which I may need to do occasionally for some joint projects. Eating my stroopwafels, being very Dutch. Next week, Friday, it's a tradition for new group members to bring some cookies for the group. So I'm looking at possibly making some crunchies, traditional South African cookie. And you can introduce all the Dutchies to crunchies and see if it gives stroopwafels a run for their money. And yeah, I guess we'll see about that. And I got new glasses. I sat on my glasses. I think in my last video I told you about I sat on my glasses on Saturday last week. So I went to the local optometrist, or one of the local optometrists, called Ace and Tate, ACE and TATE. They are a newish design optometrist kind of firm based in Eindhoven, or based in Amsterdam rather, and they've got a couple of places around the Netherlands. And yeah, everything together, the eye test, the lenses, the frames, everything cost me €100. And I went in, I took off work a little bit early. I get into work quite early, so I can leave at about 4 o'clock and be fine. Left at 4 o'clock, got to the optometrist at 4:30. Paid for literally picked out a frame. They already had my eye test done, so I picked out a frame, paid for it, and I came back at 6 o'clock and it was done. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything interesting that happened this week. I didn't go to board games or the improv this week because I only got my glasses on Wednesday, so it was a bit pointless to try and do those things when I can't see too well. But other than that, I think I'm settling in. I'm starting to be able to walk around without using my GPS the whole time. I'm used to when the bus gets here, what bus to take, what stop to get off at. On Monday, I have training. They're going to teach me about basic laser physics. I asked the trainer if I can bring a pillow with, but they didn't like that joke. So I guess I'll be doing that training, and hopefully at some point next week I'll start doing some real work. I've already got some technical documents from one of my team members to look at. It's just a sort of high-level overview of what I'll be doing. And I suppose studying up on that will help to start integrating with the group and contributing to the project. All right, and on that note, it should take me about a month of just settling in terms of work with all the training and procedures, and it's like a procedure and a way of working for just about everything. And of course I have to conform to that, and to conform to that I have to do all sorts of training and requests and blah, 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 blah. Okay, but that's enough ranting for now. I will see you guys with an update next week, probably.